Morning, Cliff. How are you? And all those out on TV 88. Hope you can all hear me. With my mask on here. Just wanted to take the opportunity to talk to our marathon community out there. Let them know a little bit about the changeover in city staff, namely me, new city manager. Been here for about 2 months. And of course, we have with us today the mayor, Gonzalez, who's in his first term as a council member here, and he's the mayor this year. So fill everybody in on the state of the city.
George, thanks for the introduction, and good morning as well, Cliff. And I'm glad that you went ahead and mentioned that I was just starting my year as mayor. For those of you that don't know, here in the city of Marathon, we have a 5-member council. The members are all elected at large, and the mayoralship pretty much rotates year to year. You have a different mayor every year, and that's pretty much voted on by your peers. Here on city council, you serve a maximum of 2 3-year terms, and I am at the last leg of my first term, and I am glad to be your mayor.
So we move into my first year as city manager, and I think the thing that I would say, looking back to Chuck Lindsay's tenure with the city, and he was here for 5 years, we went through some pretty tough times in a variety of ways. We dealt with a hurricane, we dealt with COVID obviously this last year. The city also dealt with a hack on its computer system, which was pretty tough. We really had to rebuild our entire computer system. And having said all of that, as we come into 2021, our budget is in outstanding shape. We have been repaid essentially for everything that we had in terms of FEMA assistance during the cleanup of Marathon after the storm. We have maybe 1 or 2 minor outstanding issues there. And frankly, as we close this budget year out, going into the end of 2021, we will be about 8 months ahead in terms of budget. In other words, we'll have an 8-month reserve, which is actually more than you typically want to have in reserve in the event of another hurricane or some similar event. So we're doing really, really well as far as all of that goes.
Touched on budget, and you touched on how well the city is doing right now, and that's in part a great gratitude. Is I don't miss the opportunity to thank the staff here in the city of Marathon. All of our directors have done an outstanding job in these tough times and making it work with the resources that we have. And a big kudos to our finance department and Jennifer Johnson. She's just amazing. She keeps us in check, and for that, as a council, she makes our job that much easier. For us knowing that she's there, and she definitely has our back, and she's definitely looking out for the best interests of all of our taxpayers.
We still have some things that we need to get fixed after Irma. I mean, we're standing here in the parking lot at City Hall and Oceanfront Park. We still have to fix a boardwalk, which was really a spectacular portion of this facility, and mostly because we've been trying to get all of our FEMA funding in line, and I think you expect to see that boardwalk down on the waterfront here at Community Park or at Oceanfront Park fixed this year. Another one of the things we've been kind of holding off on until this year was a kayak dock up on Morton Street in Grassy Key. So a few of these things that I know everybody wants to see or is expected to see in the past couple of years are going to start happening now that we're really pretty solidly back after Hurricane Irma. People go down to the beach. Anytime you go down to the beach right now, the beach is fully serviceable. There's really no issues there. When I say the beach, Sombrero Beach. Equally, Cocoa Plum Beach is a great place in a more rural setting, but that's all back in place, and we just actually finished with a renourishment project there. So, we're still dealing with COVID. City offices are open, kind of. by appointment. We make appointments routinely for people to come in. So it's not the way it was in the past, and we expect probably this year to be able to open up again fully.
You know, I'm going to keep talking a little bit more about the projects that we have going. George did talk to us a little bit about the right here, the events field, and a little bit about the kayak launch. We're also looking into the possibility of getting the CDBG grant that we've applied for, so that way we continue expanding the park at the Quay boat ramp. The Quay boat ramp is a tremendous asset that we have here in Marathon, and it just took on a big facelift there for boat trailer parking, and we're looking to expand that even more. We know there's some seawall work that needs to be done, and it'd be a great arts in the park type of facility, and we're just looking to make it a lot more usable by our residents and guests alike. And having said a little bit about guests, for all of you guests that are out there listening and tuning into this, the Sombrero Beach is the gem of the Florida Keys, and we can't stress that enough. We have in Marathon the best beach the Florida Keys has to offer. If you don't stop here, you don't know what you're missing. We also have a great park facility. The park facility is ran by Mr. Paul Davis. He continually has things going on in the parks, and that is something that it's enlightening and heartwarming to me when we go around these parks and our facilities and we see so many people taking advantage of our parks and beaches. It's just great. Our town is thriving. But one thing that I do want to stress to our visitors and to our residents alike, I know it's uncomfortable to have one of these on, but for your protection and ours, please wear your face mask, and we will all come out at the end of this much better people.
We know that vaccines are available now, and prioritized individuals are getting vaccinated. We have a program in our own fire EMS staff to inoculate those individuals and potentially some of the others around us. We know the hospitals are becoming, have facilities as does the Department of Health. That said, not everybody is vaccinated, and I think what the mayor has just said is absolutely important. It will continue to be important to wash your hands more frequently probably than we ever thought we would have to in the past, and to keep face masks on where protocol would say you need to have them. We have a new building official, Noe Martinez. Our staff is basically the same staff we've had, so if you know them, you know those individuals, and you can always coordinate with them and work with them. But the important thing is that we've changed away from an old system that really was quite antiquated in terms of software capabilities. You're now going to be able to get online and register with the city as a contractor or an individual homeowner. You're going to be able to see your inspections online. You're going to be able to actually submit your applications online and see the progress of those applications and in fact progress on the building permits once they're issued in terms of inspections and things like that. That building permit system has been rolled out. We've been working with it for about 3 weeks now, going on a month. We're working out bugs internally. We're working with some of our key contractors to work out bugs that they see. We're asking the public to work with us, and where they see problems to let us know about them. And I'm going to say something stepping back, I guess, in my role as the city manager. There's always issues. There are always things out there that need to be done, that can be done better. People have great ideas, and we want to capture those ideas. And as I sit here as city manager, I want to, and I know the mayor feels the same way, if you've got a problem, take it up with me directly. I'd be more than happy to provide my cell phone. I'll even do it online, 305-395-1850. The only way we're going to solve problems in the city of Marathon is not to get on Facebook and complain, or not to get on some sort of social media and complain. I need to know about it if there are problems, and then I can solve those problems and make the city a better place. We are trying to be a user-friendly location. We want families to be here and enjoy their experience here. We want our our long-term residents to understand that the people that are in charge of the city are doing everything they possibly can to work with them and make this a better place for them to live, as well as all of us. We do, in fact, work for our residents, but in fact, we actually work for the public that comes and visits us too. So keep that in mind, and I want the concerns and the problems coming to me, not somewhere else.
In closing, I'd just like to say that in the past, Marathon's always been looked at as the drive-through community. We're driving through to get to the next spot, which is Key West. Marathon has definitely grown. We have many nice hotels that are here ready for any size family. We're here to accommodate. We have the Dolphin Research Center, we have the Aquarium Encounter, we have Crane Point Hammock, we have Pigeon Key, and these are all amazing facilities that are here for our not only our residents, but our guests. They're amazing. I ask you, please take the opportunity not only to stop and spend a buck at our resorts and restaurants, but go to our attractions. It'll be something that you'll really appreciate. Cliff, in closing, I just want to thank you and Channel 88 for the opportunity to be here with you this morning, and thank you for all that you do for our community. And I look forward to seeing everyone out in the streets of Marathon. Thank you.
Absolutely.